February 14, 2024. Valentine's Day. While most of America was celebrating love, 47 federal agents were preparing to breach a compound in Orange County, California. Their target? A fertility clinic that had stolen 103 babies over 5 years and sold them to the highest bidders across 19 countries for up to $1.8 million each. Inside the facility, 27 women. All pregnant, all prisoners, all completely unaware that within the next 6 minutes, their nightmare would end. Welcome to our channel. We don't just report investigations, we break down how elite federal task forces operate, how international criminals get caught, and how justice works when the stakes are children's lives. If you want the real story behind federal operations that mainstream media won't cover, you're in exactly the right place. Let's dive into Operation Silent Cradle. The billion-dollar industry. Let me ask you something. How much would you pay to have a child? $50,000? $100,000? What about $250,000? For couples facing infertility, that's not a hypothetical question. It's reality. The U.S. surrogacy industry is worth over $18 billion annually. Legitimate agencies help thousands of families every year. But where there's desperate people and massive amounts of cash, criminals always find a way in. Harmony Life Fertility Center opened in Costa Mesa, California in January 2019. The founder, Dr. Alexander Rousseau, had an impressive background. Medical degree from Johns Hopkins. Board certification in reproductive endocrinology. 23 published research papers on IVF success rates. The clinic's website featured testimonials from happy parents, photos of smiling babies, and success stories that seemed almost too good to be true. Because they were. Between 2019 and 2024, Harmony Life processed 394 surrogacy arrangements. They charged between $195,000 and $285,000 per contract, significantly higher than industry average. But clients paid willingly because Dr. Rousseau promised something competitors couldn't. A 96% success rate. Here's the question nobody asked. What happened to the other 4%? The Thompson case. David and Maria Santos. Married 11 years. 6 failed IVF attempts. 3 miscarriages. Their last hope was surrogacy. They found Harmony Life through an online forum for couples struggling with infertility. The reviews were glowing. Dr. Rousseau changed our lives. We finally have our daughter. Worth every penny. David and Maria paid $237,000. Signed the contracts. Met their surrogate, a 26-year-old woman named Katrina from the Philippines. Sweet, kind, excited to help. For 8 months, everything went perfectly. Weekly updates, ultrasound photos, video calls with Katrina showing her growing belly. David and Maria bought baby furniture, painted the nursery. Chose the name, Isabella Maria Santos. Then, week 37, the call came. Mr. Santos, this is Dr. Rousseau. I have devastating news. Your daughter experienced a catastrophic placental abruption during labor. We tried everything, but she didn't survive. I'm so deeply sorry. Maria collapsed. David couldn't breathe. Their daughter gone. Can we see her? Maria asked through tears. Please. I need to hold her. I understand, Dr. Rousseau said gently. But in cases like this, with severe trauma to the infant, we strongly advise against viewing. It's not the memory you want to carry. Let us handle the arrangements with dignity. Most parents, drowning in grief, would accept that. David Santos didn't. Because David was a cybersecurity analyst for a defense contractor. And when something didn't add up, he investigated. Digital breadcrumbs. David requested medical records. All of them. The hospital where Isabella was allegedly born, the pediatric team who tried to save her, the coroner's report, everything. He noticed something immediately. The hospital's electronic signature on the death certificate, didn't match their official digital watermark. He'd seen thousands of verified documents in his work. This one was forged. He dug deeper. Called the hospital directly. "We have no record of that birth," the administrator told him. "And the attending physician listed? She was on maternity leave that entire month." "Someone's lying," David told Maria. "Our daughter might be alive." They hired a private investigator, former FBI agent, 20 years in Violent Crimes Division. He took one look at the paperwork and made a call. Not to local police. Straight to Homeland Security Investigations. Federal Task Force assembled. Special Agent Marcus Webb, IC. 16 years tracking human smuggling networks along the southern border. He'd seen trafficking operations disguised as legitimate businesses before. Labor exploitation, sex trafficking, organ harvesting. But babies? That was new territory. "We need to move carefully," Webb told his team. "If this is real, if there's an active trafficking operation, we can't spook them. They'll destroy evidence, move assets, potentially harm victims." The FBI joined the investigation. Financial Crimes Unit, Counterintelligence Division, Violent Crimes Against Children Task Force. This wasn't just local anymore. This was federal. Quick question for you. Do you think fertility clinics should be subject to random federal audits? Let me know in the comments what you think. Here's how they built the case. Phase 1 Financial Analysis. Forensic accountants traced Harmony Life's money. $68 million moved through offshore accounts over 5 years. Wire transfers to adoption brokers in Thailand, Romania, Mexico, South Africa. Money flowing in from American parents. Money flowing out to international buyers. Phase 2 Pattern Recognition. Data analysts cross-referenced all Harmony Life clients against birth records, death certificates, and hospital admissions. Result: 103 babies declared stillborn or died shortly after birth. 0 hospital records. 0 legitimate death certificates. 0 coroner confirmations. Phase 3 Undercover Operation. 2 IC agents, posing as a wealthy couple from Seattle, applied to Harmony Life. Paid the $45,000 application fee. Got matched with a surrogate. The operation gave them inside access. Phase 4 Surveillance. Teams monitored the clinic 24/7. And that's when they spotted it. Every Tuesday and Friday night, a white cargo van left Harmony Life around 11 p.m. Drove to an industrial area 19 miles away. Entered a building registered as medical equipment storage. Thermal imaging revealed the truth. 27 heat signatures. All in one concentrated area. All stationary for extended periods. "We've got a captive situation," Webb reported. "Multiple females. Possibly pregnant. This is active human trafficking. Planning the raid. You don't just kick down doors when pregnant women are involved. One wrong move, smoke grenades, flashbangs, sudden loud noises, could trigger premature labor, heart attacks, trauma-induced complications." The FBI's hostage rescue team trained for 2 weeks specifically for this operation. Obstetric emergency protocols. Non-lethal breach tactics. Psychological de-escalation techniques for trafficking victims who might not trust law enforcement. "We get one shot at this," Webb told the assembled teams. 2 locations simultaneously. Harmony Life and the warehouse. We secure Dr. Rousseau, we secure all evidence, and we extract those women safely. No mistakes. February 14th was chosen deliberately. Valentine's Day. The clinic would be fully staffed. Preparing for appointments. Security would be relaxed. Perfect conditions for a surprise breach. At 4:18 a.m., the operation launched. Warehouse extraction. For hours 18 minutes and 3 seconds breach teams in position. Both exits covered. For hours 18 minutes and 11 seconds simultaneous entry. Front and rear. Hydraulic battering rams. For hours 18 minutes and 15 seconds for security guards inside. 2 reach for weapons. For hours 18 minutes and 17 seconds HRT operators neutralized threat. Non-lethal force. Guard subdued. For hours 18 minutes and 23 seconds first door open. Medical facility confirmed. Federal agents. Nobody move! You are not in danger. The scene was exactly what surveillance predicted. Hospital beds arranged in rows. 4 lines. Medical equipment. And women, 27 of them, all pregnant, all terrified. All staring at armed agents in tactical gear. Agent Webb stepped forward, hands visible, voice calm. My name is Marcus Webb. I'm with Homeland Security. You are safe now. We're here to get you out. Does anyone speak English? Silence. Fear. Then one woman, heavily pregnant, raised her hand. I speak English. Are you really here to help? Yes. What's your name? Irina. From Ukraine? They told me I'd carry a baby for American couple. Make $55,000. Send money home to family. Instead, they bring me here. Lock doors. Take passport. Force IVF. Say if I don't cooperate. They hurt my mother and sister. Webb felt rage boiling beneath his professional calm. How many women are here? 27. From 8 countries. All same story. All prisoners. Medical teams rushed in. EMTs, trauma counselors, translators. Every woman was evaluated, reassured, prepared for transport to proper medical facilities. Not one woman showed signs of physical abuse. But the psychological trauma? That would take years to heal. Clinic takedown. At the exact same moment, FBI hit Harmony Life. Dr. Alexander Rousseau was reviewing patient files in his office. When the door exploded inward, agents flooded the space, weapons drawn, voices commanding. FBI! Hands on the desk! Don't move! Rousseau didn't resist, didn't shout, just stared as his world collapsed. Dr. Rousseau, you're under arrest for human trafficking, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, wire fraud, money laundering, and about 70 other charges we'll add once we finish going through your files. Evidence response teams swarmed the building. Computers, servers, hard drives, filing cabinets, financial records, everything seized. In Rousseau's personal safe, $340,000 in cash, multiple burner phones, and 3 ledgers. Handwritten. Detailed. Baby boy, Caucasian, green eyes, healthy $945,000 Abu Dhabi buyer confirmed. Twin girls, Hispanic, no complications $1. 6 million Sydney couple deposit received. Baby girl, Asian features. Rare blood type $1.8 million Singapore buyer premium rate. He documented everything. Every baby. Every sale. Every transaction. How does someone with a medical degree, someone who took an oath to do no harm, become this? Comment below what you think drives people to commit crimes like this. The international manhunt. ICE and FBI now had names, locations, and buyers. But finding 103 stolen babies across 19 countries? That required unprecedented international cooperation. Interpol activated red notices. Europol coordinated with EU member states. Individual countries deployed child protective services, forensic teams, diplomatic channels. The process took 21 months. First recovery. Sydney, Australia. Twin girls, 14 months old. Adopted by a couple who paid through what they believed was a legitimate agency. DNA testing confirmed they belonged to Harmony Life. Clients. The adoptive parents were devastated. They genuinely believed the adoption was legal. Second recovery, London. Third, Tokyo. Fourth, Mexico City. One by one, stolen children came home. David and Maria Santos received the call on a Tuesday morning. We found Isabella. She's in Barcelona. She's healthy. She's 18 months old. And she's waiting for you. They flew that night. The reunion happened in a Spanish government facility. Child services officials present, translators standing by. Maria walked into the room and saw her daughter, walking, babbling, alive. Maria dropped to her knees, sobbing. Isabella toddled over, curious about this crying stranger. "Hi, baby girl," Maria whispered. "I'm your mama. I've been looking for you since the day you were born." David captured the moment on video, posted it online. It went viral. 12 million views in 48 hours. That video led to 3 more families coming forward with similar stories, different clinics, same pattern. The trial. Dr. Alexander Rousseau's trial lasted 11 weeks. The prosecution presented 2,847 pieces of evidence. Financial records showing $95 million in illicit transactions. DNA tests confirming 103 stolen babies. Testimony from 62 families. Testimony from 27 trafficked women. The defense argued medical complications, legitimate cremations, unfortunate coincidences. The jury wasn't buying it. Deliberation. 5 hours and 17 minutes. Verdict, guilty. 511 federal counts. Every single one. Sentencing. 41 consecutive life sentences without possibility of parole. Asset forfeiture. $108 million redirected to victim compensation and survivor support programs. "You weaponized hope," the judge said. "You exploited the desperate desire for children and turned it into profit. You stole babies, imprisoned women, destroyed families. The law allows me to ensure you never see freedom again, and I'm grateful for that authority." Rousseau showed no emotion, just stared straight ahead as marshals led him away. The aftermath. Of the 103 stolen babies, 96 were recovered and returned to their biological parents. 7 were never found. Adoption trails too complex, documentation too thoroughly destroyed. 7 families still search, still hope, still check DNA registries every month. The 27 women rescued from the warehouse all received special immigration status, full medical care, trauma counseling, and legal compensation. 9 chose to stay in America. 18 returned to their home countries with financial support packages. Irina, the woman who first spoke to Agent Webb, stayed in California. She became a translator for IC, helping other trafficking victims communicate with investigators. "They saved my life," she said during a press conference. "Now I help save others." Congress passed the Surrogacy Protection and Accountability Act in response to Operation Silent Cradle. New requirements. Mandatory DNA verification before any baby transfers internationally. Federal oversight of surrogacy agencies handling over 50 cases annually. Criminal penalties for falsifying birth or death records. It won't stop every criminal, but it makes the next Operation Silent Cradle much harder to execute. Operation Silent Cradle proves something critical. International crime doesn't intimidate federal agencies. When American families are victimized, when women are trafficked, when babies are stolen, ICE, FBI, and Interpol will coordinate across every border necessary to bring them home. Here's what this case cost. 21 months of investigation, $13 million in operational expenses, coordination with 19 countries. Here's what it saved. 96 children returned to their families, 27 women freed from captivity, and an international trafficking network completely dismantled. So let me ask you, should the U.S. government invest more resources in anti-trafficking operations? Do you think other clinics are operating similar schemes right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one, and your insights help shape future content. If this investigation showed you how deep federal operations go to protect children, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We're covering cartel takedowns, cybercrime busts, and classified operations the media doesn't have access to. Hit that like button if you stand with Agent Webb and his team. Subscribe if you want the truth behind federal justice. And turn on notifications, because our next video drops in 72 hours. about an IC operation that infiltrated a smuggling network using underground tunnels beneath the border. When criminals think they're untouchable, we show you exactly how they fall. Stay informed, stay tactical, and never stop asking the hard questions.